Talking to Greg McElroy. Greg, let's get to the big shows on Friday, starting with Alabama and Cincinnati. You live in Alabama. You hear the narrative. Break this game down for us, please.
Oh, my goodness, Paul. I mean, how much time do you have?
All you need.
I feel like there's so many different angles to be able to attack with this game, whether it's the matchup within the matchup, the big picture, the 30,000-foot perspective of the blue blood against the Cinderella. There's so many things to like about this matchup from a storytelling standpoint, but if we're going to get down, I know you're covering so very well the big picture storylines, so I'll leave those to you. You're the expert. You're the best when it comes to those things. But as far as the XO is concerned, what I'm most interested in, a few different areas that I think Alabama's going to need to exploit to be able to have success. They have to figure out ways for Jameson Williams to create one-on-one matchups, not two-on-one, one-on-one matchups against their corners, who are elite. Sauce Gardner and Kobe Bryant are excellent secondary defenders for the Bearcats. But I don't know if they can run with Jameson Williams. And in a one-on-one situation, Jameson Williams has been deadly all year long. So to create one-on-one matchups for your most explosive playmaker, now knowing that John Mechie's not going to be available, is of the utmost importance for Bill O'Brien. That's the first thing. The second thing, what are you going to do to complement that offensive line and to help that offensive line so they don't get beat up in pass protection like they have at times throughout the course of the season? You look at Cincinnati, Myjai Sanders in particular, up front, number 21. He's an excellent pass rusher. They have great pieces in the front seven defensively, and they can create some strain on opposing offensive lines with their pass rush and with some of the matchups that they can create. So it's going to be very interesting to see how do they block them and how do they create one-on-one matchups for a guy with speed that is very difficult to simulate, and probably a guy with speed that I'm not sure Cincinnati's seen quite like Jameson Williams this year. So that's when Alabama has the ball. When Cincinnati has the ball, how are they going to be able to neutralize Will Anderson is question number one. Will Anderson has single-handedly taken over games at times throughout this season. The best example was against Mississippi State. He held that offense almost by himself to just 9 points, had 6 tackles for loss, had 4 sacks, all this other stuff. So what do they do to take care of Will Anderson? Can they? And how many guys did they have in their protections to be able to make sure Will Anderson doesn't have a massive impact? That's the big question. And the second question, are they going to be able to win one-on-one matchups? Because the teams that have had success against Alabama this year, they've won their one-on-one matchups. They're down the field passes that are having to be won in 50-50 contested catch situations. Alec Pierce for Cincinnati is great with that. Can he do like Treylon Burks did for Arkansas and win one-on-one jump balls against Alabama's corners? That's, I think, a big part of it. Win one-on-one matchups, and can you block Will Anderson? So those are two, I think, keys for both sides of the football when looking at it from an offense going against the defensive perspective.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.